Santos.
And my name is Ivana Delgado. Today we will be covering the situation on Brexit and talk in detail about its possible outcomes and how it could impact millions of people.
That's right. As you might have already heard, there is an issue regarding the United Kingdom wanting to leave the European Union for multiple reasons. Many people refer to it as the Brexit situation. But what is it, and why is it so important for one to be well informed on the matter? Well, in a few seconds, we will talk in depth about the matter in question.
To start off, the European Union is an alliance formed after World War II between 28 European nations based on political and economic agreements. Members of the European Union have living trade and political agreements set in place which have allowed citizens from those countries to work and live freely among any of them without presenting much difficulties. This alliance has had many positive outcomes on a number of things since its establishment. But in the past decades, the United Kingdom has been questioning whether they should remain as a member due to multiple obstacles that they have had to overcome.
Ever since they were admitted into the Union, the United Kingdom, which consists of England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, has faced challenges with the European Union. But tensions between them have significantly increased. Because of this, many people now support the idea of the UK's withdrawal, which is referred to as Brexit, a combination of the words Britain and exit. If Brexit occurs, many changes will take place all across the European Union. These changes might involve immigration, trade, and politics. This issue has caused major controversy within the island nation, especially after people got the chance to vote on what should be done.
Yes, Brexit is dividing Britain due to the opposing views that many people have on the kind of deal that should be proposed to the European Union, and on whether it should actually take place. Because Brexit would have such significant impact on the everyday lives of many people, a portion of them are against it and want to remain unified with the EU. They are unwilling to watch the end results of having either hard or soft Brexit unfold, such as the modifications that would have to be made to the border, their trade agreements, and immigration. Other British citizens, on the other hand, are in agreement with the movement and want to proceed with their leave from the Union. They want to have a voice and want things done in their accordance. The differentiating perspectives of the people which were shown in the referendum that took place are diverging Britain. The impact that Brexit would have on the rest of the world would be crucial and need to be taken into full consideration because the action would have a major influence on trade, which could hurt economies and other factors that could be either beneficial or disadvantageous.
But why would it be necessary for us Americans to fully understand these circumstances? Well, that all lies on the alterations it would have on the United States trade correlation and relationships with Britain. While the Brexit deal is being made, the United States will be unsure of who to trade with. If Brexit occurs, the United States would have to make Britain a separate trade partner, as opposed to trading with the European Union altogether. This would not only cause chaos, but might also cause access tariffs between the United States and Britain. Additionally, the United States relationship with Britain will further change on issues such as immigration and trade. The United States will have to negotiate new deals and policies if Britain leaves the European Union.
As of right now, no deal has been successfully reached between the UK and Parliament, which is the proper name of its legislative body, whose main purpose is to oversee government and contribute to the creation of laws. People are still debating over what approach should be taken and whether or not they should proceed with this idea.
Right now, our reporter will talk more in depth about the vote results and turn to the public to ask them about their views on this affair.
Here is Ashley.
Thank you very much, Marisa and Ivana. I'm here in London, the capital of the United Kingdom, where there is a protest being held by the Remainers, those who support their stay in the EU. As the issue of Brexit has progressed, a history of voting has been created. This vote's history goes all the way back to 1975, when the UK held a referendum on a question regarding whether the nation should remain in the European community just 2 years after they had been admitted. Approximately 67% of people voted to stay, and so they did. However, years later, they began facing challenges and tensions between them arose. In recent years, many more people have put forward the idea of leaving the EU, so the government decided to have more people vote on this issue. On June of 2016, the vote for Brexit, also known as the Brexit referendum, was held. The results obtained were that 51.9% of people wanted to leave, while the rest, 48.1%, wanted to remain in the Union. Currently, the nation is being divided by the issue, and a deal that everyone will agree with is attempting to be made, which has caused multiple delays. A huge person in the issue is Theresa May, the current Prime Minister of the UK. If Prime Minister Theresa May fails to strike a deal with Parliament, then a number of things could happen. The main reason Britain wants to make a deal is to guarantee a smooth transition when they exit the EU and secure a permanent trading relationship. Although Britain could leave without a deal, doing so will have a permanent negative effects, especially on the economy. Trading agreements will undoubtedly change, and business would consequently suffer because of it. Failing to strike an agreement could lead to their stay in the EU or a challenging transition during the leave. I'm now going to be interviewing a couple of people to get their opinion. What's your name, ma'am?
My name's Liana Charleston.
Could you explain your current position on Brexit and the reasons for it?
Well, I am a Remainer. I believe that Brexit will cause chaos all around the UK. Leaving the EU will ruin trade deals already set in place. This could also cause immigration conflict in Ireland, since it is an exclave, meaning that it is already separated from the rest of the United Kingdom, and its frontier with the Republic of Ireland would definitely change. People won't be capable of traveling back and forth like they used to, and goods won't be able to be imported or exported as easily. We will all face severe economic challenges, some of which will be difficult to overcome. Living arrangements of individuals who are citizens of the UK but live and work in a different EU country will also be disrupted.
Since you mentioned immigration, do you think you could elaborate on the consequences Brexit will have on Britain's immigration system? And if Britain does resign as a member from the European Union, how do you think the people's perception of immigration and foreigners will change?
The implications of Brexit for Britain's immigration system is dependent on what type of Brexit Britain would like to do. If they choose to follow Theresa May's plan, Checker's plan, then the implication on immigration would be that the EU immigrants in the country and Britain immigrants in the EU would be able to stay where they are, but they will not be able to move freely between Britain and EU countries. With this plan, the amount of immigration to Britain would also be reduced and controlled. Currently, the focus of Britain's citizens has changed from immigration to Brexit. Because of this, negative feelings towards immigrants has decreased, though. They can start increasing depending on whether Brexit follows a specific plan.
Good afternoon. What's your name, ma'am?
My name is Harper Bluewell.
Could you explain your current position on Brexit and the reason for it?
I am 100% for Brexit. I want to leave the EU because we are not being allowed to control the amount of immigration and refugees that we are receiving or other important affairs that we should have the power to decide on. I want sovereignty. And plus, as one economy in the EU fails, the rest are dragged down as well, which was seen in the 2008 financial crisis that led to a decrease in employment and tax revenue. So what's the point of staying as a member of the union if it's just going to hurt us?
Do you believe in pursuing hard or soft Brexit approach?
I personally believe that we should pursue a hard Brexit in order to have a smooth transition.
Could you describe some of the pros and cons of pursuing either option?
The advantages of a hard Brexit are that the UK can sign as many free deals as it wants and cheaper foods and goods for UK customers due to huge economies of scale of Northern American agriculture and the marketplace. The disadvantages of the hard Brexit are that the people may lose out on skilled workforce since many have started small businesses for the UK economy. The advantage of a softer approach would be keeping in the UK closely aligned with the EU, and disadvantages would be the UK having a hard time to sign its own new trade deals.
What's your name, ma'am?
Clementine Emily.
Could you explain your current position on Brexit and the reasons for it?
What's Brexit?
Is the issue regarding the United Kingdom's desire to leave the European Union?
Oh, yeah, I don't know anything about that, but I voted yes on the referendum. It seemed like the best option.
Well, thank you, ma'am, for giving us some of your insight on the matter.
No problem.
So as we saw today, people have differing views and some don't even know what's going on. However, it is important that one stays up to date on these events taking place because they impact every one of us, even if they don't always see it. If you want to research more about this topic, it is important for you to get news from multiple outlets because it is allows one to hear different points of views of Brexit and help you better create your own point of view on the matter. It will also help not create a biased view of Brexit and help you get all the information you need to know about the issue that might not be given on some news outlets. Or if you want to, you can also keep on watching 23XYZ News. We'll see you next time.